really fast update. I kept playing the deck and somehow I've gotten super lucky. Take a quick look, and unfortunately I don't have none of this on video, but we're going to get to the main video in 1 second. So I've been getting really lucky, and this is starting to happen. I've been able to get 2 World Eaters Eyrie out on the field by turn 8, and as you guys see, 32-32. Concede. So as I talk about in the rest of the video that I've already recorded, most people that I've run into, once I get World Eaters out, 2 of them, they just forfeit. Like, I just don't even get to ever attack. But I've been getting really lucky. I've kept playing this deck. So with that out of the way, I just want to let you guys know it is super fun to get 2 into play. And thank you so much for actually requesting this challenge, because I'm having way more fun than I thought that I would with this, because it's a lot of fun. Alright, back to the regular video. Well, hello there, it's your boy, Biki, and guess what? The struggle is real, as my shirt says. My voice still hurts, I am still sick, still have this little cold right now. I am getting a little bit better, but I was going to take today off to try to recuperate before I make another Legends video. As you guys are seeing right over here, that's the video that I made yesterday, and thank you all for watching. As always, I'm always willing to help out new players, and this was a video I made for Jordash on Discord. He asked me to help out and review his deck and give him some feedback. So let's just go over that real quick and how the deck has worked out for him. He went ahead and sent me a message on the Discord, the Elder Scrolls Legends Tavern. Here's the Discord right over here on the left side. And he has posted something in Discord, says, thanks for the help, Biki. Many of your suggestions are now in effect, and he's actually playing rank, which is something I did not expect. I didn't make this deck really for rank play, so it's very fun when I just make a deck more casually. I didn't think that somebody could really use this type of deck in rank, and he's made it work. So I'm glad that's actually working out for you, so that's awesome. And along with that video, we went down into the comments, and I saw this comment right over here. And it says, can you make a challenge with the card World Eaters Eyrie, please? Nice video, by the way. Now, this might be the guy who just joined the Discord as well. Feel free to join, ask me questions. Thank you, everybody who's joined. And I was like, I'm going to take a day off, but I don't know why. It was just stuck. When I saw this comment, it was stuck in my head. And I was like, World Eaters Eyrie? I've done this card before. It's a hard card to make a deck around and make it actually work. And he says, challenge. Now, what is a challenge defined by? That's an interesting question. Is it on a random deck where I put it together and just see what I could do with a random World Eaters Eyrie deck? And I didn't want to do that. I actually wanted to put together a deck really quickly, have a few matches, and just see what happens. But I ended up playing a few more matches than I thought. Now, my throat's starting to hurt, which is why this video is going to be a little bit weird than my normal videos. But first, we need to get into game to actually explain where this is all headed. So first thing first, I did put together a new World Eaters Eyrie deck, and I'm not saying this is rank worthy or anything like that. It's just I wanted World Eaters Eyrie to be in this deck and to be effective to some point, but if I don't draw it, I still wanted to be able to win the match. So here is my results with the deck so far. As you guys can see, out of let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out of 7 matches, I have 5 wins, 2 losses. So take that for whatever you want. Now, there's something you're going to see when I actually show you the deck. There was an early version of the deck that I just used from something else I already had copied over, and it had Dragonmount, and I didn't take out Dragonmount out of the deck. So you guys will notice, like in I think 2 of the videos, that I had Dragonmount and I never played. Well, the reason for that is you don't want to really combo Dragonmount with World Eaters Eyrie in most cases, because Dragonmount reduces the cost of the dragon. So a lot of those dragons that would cost 7 or more now, or like would cost 7, will now cost 6. So dragons like Wildfire Dragon, who would work with World Eaters Eyrie, won't work in this situation while Dragonmount's on the field. So that was just a little calculation mistake I made by forgetting to take that card out of the deck. I just want to make that very clear when you guys go ahead and see the gameplay. Now, because my voice is hurting, I have this video going to be set up a little bit different in the sense that I'm still going to do this challenge. I'm going to try to do the best I possibly can in a fun manner with World Eaters Eyrie without doing something I've already done. Because like I said, I've made videos about World Eaters Eyrie in the past, and it's usually revolved around using Unstoppable Rage, getting somebody out with Breakthrough and winning the match. But we've all seen that. That's like a general strategy that we people could use with World Eaters Eyrie. I wanted to go at this with a new approach as it is a challenge. I mean, you just can't make it as simple as it has been in the past. You got to keep it a little bit flexible. So what did I do? Let's get into the deck builder right quick, and then I'll explain to you the 3 matches you guys are about to see. And once again, guys, my videos are not going to get any shorter anytime soon. I like making long videos, so I'm going to stick with that format. It's just the way it's going to be going on into the channel. And I'm going to try to start uploading my videos as well to Twitch, because why not? I'm not making money off of these videos on YouTube anyways. Might as well let the audience on Twitch watch it there, so you can watch it here on YouTube or watch it on my Twitch page. It's going to always be up on YouTube first, just because it's easier just to upload to YouTube anyways. Okay, so I have it titled right here, World Eater's Eyrie. My voice is getting degraded as we go. Let's just take a quick look at what this deck offers. It's a 53 card deck. I know some people are going to be like, oh my god, it's not 50. Chill, it's for fun, it's a challenge. Let's enjoy ourselves. The gameplay will prove it for itself what the deck is capable of. So what makes this different than other World Eater Eyrie's decks that I put together in the past? Well, one, like I said, not using Unstoppable Rage, not using breakthrough cards like Skirmisher Elixir, not using a massive amount of Crusader's Assault, not using cards like that to really take advantage of when you get World Eater's Eyrie instantly to break through and win the game. That's not what I wanted to go for this. What I wanted to do was just incorporate at least 2 cards I don't get to play too much these days. One was Descendant of Auroran. You're not using this to get this Pillar Fair effect a whole lot. It's a bait card. It's an early game bait card. What I mean by this type of deck, I want it to be a little different. You're gonna start the match losing. You're gonna most likely be on the defensive early game. You're going to be going ahead and using stuff like Execute, Rapid Shot, Sharpshooter Scout, Rift Thane in defense mode. You usually do not want to put the Rift Thane out there as the 4-2 for attack. You don't want to have 4 attack, 2 health. You usually want it to be a defensive card. Yes, I do have cards like Ulfric, Housecarl, but you're not here to break a bunch of runes early game unless you really just need cards in your hand. You use this at the right time when it's safe to use this to draw cards to hopefully draw out into World Eater's Eyrie, or like Giant later on in the game to get the effect when World Eater is on the field. So early game, you're just going to be trying to remove and bait your opponent into Descendant of Auroran. Now, you guys have seen me use this word bait before. Now, I don't know how many other Legends players use this, but this concept I think I like in this game a lot. There are certain cards out there that people who are conditioned to play this game for a long period of time, and this is very useful information for new players, that people are just going to destroy. Your opponent sees Descendants of Auroran, they're gonna try to kill it. Instead of, even if they have the advantage to just start hitting face and probably steamroll you, they're gonna try to get rid of this card as soon as possible so it doesn't start getting ward, drain, lethal, and so on and so on and so forth, right? When in the grand scheme of things, most players don't lose because of a card like Descendant of Auroran. Even if it survives until turn 5, if you're playing against a willpower deck, Piercing Javelin, Lightning Bolt, Silence. There's so many ways to take care of this card in the long run that even if it survives for 3, 4, even 5 turns, it usually is not the thing that's going to make you lose a match unless you're playing against like a Monk deck where you're going to be afraid of stuff like Master Thieves or Swift Strike where they can attack twice. That's where I see you taking this out. But if you see this in a Crusaders deck, I really don't think you should be that scared of a card like this. But people are always attracted to take care of this card and eliminate it as soon as possible. That's the type of card I like having in a deck like this where you know you're not going to have that many powerful creatures out in the beginning, so you can bait your opponent instead of going on the orally aggro. Put this in the left lane, make your opponent play a card in the left lane, and attack Descendant of Auroran. Now that creature is the 1 down on health, maybe the Rapid Shot be enough to kill it next turn. Maybe Rift Thane will be able to kill it once it has 2 attack and 4 health. You get what I'm trying to say right here? It's not a card that I'm dependent to get any long-term advantage. I'm just trying to bait my opponent into eliminating it on their next turn when they actually could have started attacking with a creature or use a firebolt there so that the matches lasted long enough for me to get World Eater. Because remember, the biggest problem with the World Eater deck is getting it on the field and being able to use it, which is something we're going to be actually discussing with the videos you guys are about to see in a few seconds of the matches. So that's what's there. That's why I wanted this in here. I like bait cards, and it's a card I don't get to play much these days. The next card that's different in this deck that I don't get to play much is Sentry. It's a card that just doesn't get played much these days, but it's actually a pretty good card in what I'm going for in this deck. Remember, in this specific deck, I know for a fact that I'm going to be losing. My opponent's going to have the advantage in the early game. Up to turn 6 or up to 6 Magicka, if your opponent doesn't ramp too much, your opponent's going to usually have the health advantage. And with that, once you want to get this on the field, whether you have it so that you have World Eater out or not, this is the type of card, yes, it could get instantly destroyed by a piercing javelin. Yes, there's plenty of ways to silence it. Yes, but if it stays on the field and you could get the effect, this is the type of card that could give you the health back you just need. And it's just a kind of card that I don't get to see played very much, but if it works out and it doesn't get silenced, it doesn't get piercing javelin, and you could get that, it could be just exactly what you need to getting your health back to make the match last long enough that you could take more advantage of World Eater, and you guys will see that in the gameplay. I haven't actually used World Eater much since the new cards were implemented, you know? So since the new expansion, I never thought about it like, oh, Mechanical Heart works in a deck like this because of the plain simple fact that with Mechanical Heart, it makes the match last long enough that you could play into World Eater's Eyrie. I didn't want to play a ramp deck. I thought about it like, maybe I should just play a ramp deck, ramp up quickly so that I could play those higher cost creatures early, but I'm like, I've done enough Unstoppable Rage decks, you know, Ramp Warrior, Unstoppable Rage decks with World Eater. I wanted to play Crusader this time, so that's the reason there. So those are the three main cards that differ from other strategies I've done. Overall, you guys will see the general strategy: bait, 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 remove, execute right there, devour. Yes, you're not going to be getting any advantage off the devour's second ability keyword, but people need to forget about that. Devour is just a good removal card, even at 4 Magicka. It's a good card to have in this situation, and then you can go right into Fell of the Mighty. So we got Devour, Fell of the Mighty, execute, piercing javelin. I always like running 2 Dawn's Wrath. I usually never run 3. I never felt, most situations I never get to use all 3 in a match, and even most matches that go that long, it's usually only against like control mages, and like, you know, that's the only situation where I'm like, damn, maybe I would have needed that extra Dawn's Wrath. But besides that, I usually don't need 3 Dawn's Wrath in most of the decks I play, and over the last few years it's just how it has been. Mystic to draw out these supports. You're rocking 4 supports, and you're gonna want to draw out at least 1 World Eater. And in the video you guys are about to see, I do actually get 2 into play, and it gets really fun from there. And this is a situation you guys should basically know for long time players with World Eater. Usually once you get 1 or 2 into play and you just have the board control with it, your opponents usually just forfeit. That's the way most of these matches go. You very rarely get to use one of these huge powerful 20 damage creatures and just win the game right off the bat. Because of that, it's just because your opponent sees it like, okay, once World Eater is in play, they can't remove it, might as well forfeit. That's what really happens with this card. Now, unfortunately, it's still almost like considered a meme card because it's so situational. There are decks out there that use it more effectively than others, but I still wouldn't really suggest most people play this type of card in rank unless you really know what you're doing. Yes, I'm not saying you can't. Unless you really know what you're doing, this is not the type of deck. This is specifically for the one I'm making. I would go with a warrior deck and use ramp if I was going to play World Eater for a rank type deck. I wouldn't do it for this, but this sure as hell was fun because I have the controlling ability of removals and so on and so forth. Ulfric Housecarl, like I was saying before, you break the runes, you could get a card. It keeps your momentum good. Mystic draws out cards right there. Just a decent prophecy card. It's not essential. I could take it out if I wanted to go down to 50 or 52, but I just wanted it in there because it's another card I just don't play with that much, and it didn't really feel like it hurt me at all. Dragonborn was earlier. Giant is obvious. It gives you a card. It becomes a 16/16 once World Eater is in play. Mantikora, removal, obvious right there, becomes a 12/12. You guys will see that in the videos coming up. And the Dragonborn is one of those cards that could work out quite well late game, just to be able to steal a pretty powerful guard or a drain creature from your opponent and then becomes a 10/10. The Dragonborn as a 10/10 is a really more effective creature than just being the 5/5 it normally is. So that's the basic look at the deck right now, guys. I wanted to go through it with you guys real quick because I did not have my deck tracker up while I was recording the videos that you guys are about to watch in a moment right now. Archer was for support removals and just for pinging. I actually thought I was going to need this more for supports, but I just ended up the matches I was playing, I didn't run into many people using support, so you're not going to see me use it for support removal much, but you will see me use it for that 1 damage to help me remove a creature comboing with stuff like Sharpshooter Scout. So that will be coming up real soon. So there you go, guys. That's a look at the deck. Here's the full stats right now. We're going to go into a match. Yes, I know that curve looks crazy, but it was a World Eaters challenge, and I'm just going to take it for what it is and have fun with it. I just don't want to make the same video I've made in the past and make the same type of World Eaters deck, especially when somebody challenges me to do something fun. So let's go do some fun stuff. So what you're about to see, ladies and gentlemen, with these matches, and this is why this video is a little different. my throat hurts, so I can't sit here and talk and commentate through all the matches. So I'm just giving you guys a quick intro to the 3 matches you're about to watch. Just gameplay, but I really do suggest you guys at least watch the first 2. If you don't want to watch the third, that's whatever. But if you want to see the idea of what the deck's about. So the first one, I actually get a chance to play 2 Warriors at Eyrie. I am playing against a pure Dwemer decks. So I did get a kind of advantage right there because, as you guys know, if you run Dwemer decks, neutral decks out of cards, and they just have to keep top decking, you have a pretty good advantage right there. So you guys will be able to see what happens there and how I end up winning that match. But it still revolves around the same concept. Early game, I'm gonna lose, but I'm aware of that. If you just have to be confident enough that yes, I'm gonna be able to come back late game. I could use Mechanical Heart and so on and so forth. Ways to come back late game, ways to get health, ways to just survive. The second game is going to be a mix game. It's an altar match. So it's an altar and World Eater. So I'm using altar, my opponent's using altar. So this was kind of fun. So my opponent did actually have a support, but I just never got y'all Archer to take care of it at the right moment. But that's besides the point. Why I think this one's interesting because it shows that what happens like if you don't get World Eater early enough, but you do end up getting it late game. So for the first match, you're going to see me get World Eater at a pretty good pace, but the next match, you're going to see me like I don't really get it early enough, and I just have to try to survive and use the removals that I have to try to keep on and, well, hopefully win the match. And then the last game is where I just can't play World Eater, and this is one of the biggest problem with a card like this. It's like a really cool card, but in a way it's just so bad if you just never get any advantage out of it. Like, you want to be able to play it, you really do. So when you play your Giants or you play your Sentry, you get them that double, right? But you just sometimes you have to be patient, or you just have to be like, I can't use this card this game. I'm just gonna have to defend myself and play differently so that I could survive. And that's what the whole point of all those other removals, the Mantikoras, and that's what the last match is about. Showing you a situation where, like, yeah, you might have 1 or 2 World Eaters in your hand, but you can't justify playing this card because you get no advantage the moment it hits field. And if your opponent is running support removals, you're just going to be screwing yourself. You're just going to be losing momentum in the way you're playing the game. And that's what you guys are going to see with the last match. So you got 3 matches coming up, guys. It's going to be a quite interesting and long video, but it should be fun nonetheless. I'll have timestamps down in the description if you guys just want to jump to the matches. I know this won't even make sense to anybody who's already skipped ahead, but yeah. So I'll have timestamps down there so you guys can jump to match 1, match 2, match 3, and the explanation. And I'll also upload this to Twitch, like I said. Try to get in the habit of uploading to both places because YouTube is kind of screwing over small channels. YouTube is... like, the reason I don't, one of the main reasons I start monetizing videos, YouTube will just flag all these videos as not advertiser friendly. Like, literally, guys, a Chaos Arena in some of my videos, it would get flagged. Like, Chaos, oh no, Chaos Arena, like, is it, what do they think? Like, there's a crazy thing happening or something? I don't know. Anyways, enjoy the videos, should be fun. Later, guys.
Luck to your house. They will not get past me. For the risk. This one stands ready.
We must protect our stronghold. They're in my sights.
This one stands ready.
My arrows shall fly true.
This one's power is mighty.
I like our arms. Let's do this! They will not get past me. This was a worthy contest.
My thanks.
I bow to your victory.
The Night Mother will guide us.
I fly like the wind and the shadows
For the
protect
Black
me.
cowardly skeever!
For the Black Hat.
Trolls take you! By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
We must protect our stronghold.
Shale take you!
For the Black Hat.
The Night Mother will guide us.
This one stands ready.
They're in my sights.
I lurk in the shadows, waiting.
They're in my sights.
We know. My sword hand itches. You waste my breath. I am the Queen Mother. Attend me!
They will not get past me.
You waste my breath. You waste my breath. My arrows shall fly true.
What have we here?
You waste my breath.
What have we here?
This one stands ready.
My scales move in shadow. My scales move in shadow.
I lurk in the shadows, waiting.
This one's power is mighty.
My scales move in shadow.
The forest is my cloak.
Stendarr, give me strength. By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
The Night Mother will guide us.
There's always a way, and I can always find it.
I have many important things on my mind.
have we here?
Well fought.
This should be fascinating.
I bow to your victory.
Many apologies. The moons give this one strength.
I smell the stench of the living. Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
I like our arms.
The longer the odds, the sweeter the victory.
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
This one stands ready.
The city is safe in my hands.
Too late for you!
No one can keep them safe from me. We must protect our stronghold.
This one's power is mighty.
The city is safe in my hands.
Too late for you!
No one can keep them safe from me.
They will not get past me.
I would protect the Hist. I would protect the Hist. You must be cleansed. By bark and roots.
enemies to our unholy matron.
My arrows shall fly true.
My power.
You cannot hope to outrun destiny.
Fire!
Do you fear death?
Careful there, friend.
Fire!
We'll rebuild Skyrim into the land she once was.
Yo, pursue!
Stendarr, give me strength. Your blood will spill!
Yo, pursue!
Let them die with their false king.
It has been my honor. My thanks.